Yes, that is Fabiano. Yeah, let me call you back.
I play that.
That was you?
That's my band.
See, they didn't believe it. I had to make a phone call just to prove that was you actually rocking that song
I have
out.
to break some arms to make that happen. Anyway, Fabiano Iha, welcome back, folks. If you're not welcome, at least you're back.
Yeah, you don't have to be welcome. You just have to be here with us. We just need company. So I'm the Yak Man, Ryan Yakoveti, Fabiano Iha. As he said, tonight's show is going to be just a little bit more special.
Very special.
We're going to be talking about some fighters getting back into the mix that have been wanting to. We're going to be talking about the possibility of women's MMA taking a step up to where people think it should be. Looks like it's possible. We'll have our top 10, of course, and a special treat.
I don't even know who that is, but we'll find out very soon. Anyway, so look like our boy not going to need to
work for food anymore.
So what is the deal about that?
Apparently, George Masvidal is going to be working for pay. Instead of working for food, as we joked about previously on an older show, he now has a comeback fight in Strikeforce. And I don't know about all the food groups, but he's going to get more than he can handle of greens, taking on former King of the Cage champion Bobby Green. And that is, for anybody in the division, no walk in the park.
You know what my question for you is? How many food stamps do you think he's gonna get for that fight?
How many food stamps? Well, he could be a couple of McDonald's coupons. Who knows? Maybe half off on milk and eggs.
Yeah, he's better than hold the sign.
Yeah, better than hold the sign. Clearly, he's working again.
There we go.
And that, sometimes
I'm happy for him.
The squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So, do you think his vocal campaign, his media presence?
Always work.
That's what did it?
Huh? Look what happened to Kardashian.
Yeah.
Good media.
Yeah.
Get you get you a good job.
Well, Masvidal clearly has a good job, but not an easy one. Could be on tough jobs alone, having to take on somebody as difficult as Bobby Green. Now, someone else making some waves and making movements for an entire group, not just themselves, is Ronda Rousey. Got the attention of probably one of the hardest MMA fans to get, and that's Dana White.
Oh yeah, and it's not that hard to figure that out. I'm very surprised. It's like why Dana was not that excited when it was Cyborg.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Was that?
She is exciting, but I mean, the thing people are saying is that is he excited about her because she's also pretty and she can fight? But he said Gina Carano also beautiful. But there's something of an X factor that's different about Ronda Rousey. She's like a Diaz brother. She's the real deal. And
I know what that is, but I'm not gonna say it.
You think you know what it is?
I know what that is, but I cannot say that in the air.
This may be the only show in MMA you'll ever watch when we'll know stuff and we won't share it with you.
When you bald, you got some kind of connection.
Yeah.
So I can read his mind.
So you're like Xavier from the X-Men.
I can read his mind. I know what's going on that.
Will Ronda Rousey's influence on Dana White, getting his attention, will that move women's MMA forward to where he before didn't think the talent pool was deep enough to put it on UFC cards? Is that going to happen?
Look, that gives you a good reason why that look. Huh? The last time I saw that was in a strip club.
You see Mauro Ranallo with his Harry Connick Jr. look behind him. Yeah.
Come on. Like, it's very hard to get that combination. A good-looking woman that can fight well. Come on.
Whereas finding a good-looking guy who can fight well.
That's easy.
It's so easy.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy. Not very calm, but easy.
Yeah. So we'll see if this in fact means, some folks are a little bit excited. They think it could mean that we could see women's MMA stepping out of Strikeforce, which they own, and actually into the octagon. I think that the talent pool is growing in women's MMA constantly. I think it could support some key matchups. And there's a statistic that
I hope so too.
Women's MMA encompasses maybe 15% of a card when it's on it, but like 85% of the time it's fight of the night.
Well, maybe that changed. Maybe 80%
of the card,
20% guys. Who knows? And the UFC.
Yep. perhaps we'll even see an Ultimate Fighter season, all women. Wouldn't that be something? And there is a new season of The Ultimate Fighter now.
That's not doing well.
It didn't debut very good. No, it's shocking to most folks, but again, the opening ratings not great for this new season with Shane Carwin and Roy Country, Big Country Nelson as the coaches.
Why? It's not. You never know what the right formula for that.
Yeah.
Like as you see, like they are entertainment. It could be a good show, and it's not doing well.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of the day, I like to figure out if the UFC made the same amount of promotion.
Yeah.
Is a promotion involved with that? What is the reason? Well, people got a little tired about the whole thing. Let's see. Example, if they bring up another one the next season, and the next season, does well, it's about these two guys.
Right.
And maybe it's not about them. It's about some promotion behind the scenes. So I don't know. Let's see.
We'll see. I
We
know
have
the
time to
live
figure it
season
out.
didn't do great. Let's see if this one can. Now, sometimes it's not about these two guys either. Coming up on our next segment, huge treat for you people. We've got
I don't even know who that is.
the president speaking on MMA and the UFC.
You got Dana here? Dana White?
Oh, is that? You wanted me to? Oh, I thought you wanted me to get Dana. No, I got Barack.
Lesnar.
No. Obama.
You got the president.
It's the sitting president, Barack Obama, is right outside there with his security and armed guard. He's going to be in here.
That's why this place is crazy today. So don't even think in moving. Stay right there because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here. I'm not losing that for nothing.
Coming up after the break, the President of the United States, a huge MMA fan.
You think he can give me my citizenship?
Let's start. We'll get some parking tickets removed first, and then we'll go from there.
That sounds good.
All right. The President on Combat Channel News next.
My fellow Americans, grapplers, and strikers, I wanted to take a moment to address the fans of the fastest growing sport in the world. I call on you during a time when I could really use your support. It is, after all, election time soon. Now, as you may or may not know, I'm a longtime fan of the MMA. And during a crucial election cycle, I wanted to share with you some of my plans to address what I've come to realize are key issues with the American people. Now, first and foremost, national security, and this is a big one. Now, if you can't tell from the cauliflower ears, let me be the first to tell you I'm studying Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Geez, I gotta get these babies trained. Anyway, my plan is to begin now, during this term, as a white belt in the White House. Then, as I'm promoted to yellow, purple, blue, brown, etc., I will change the color of the White House to match my belt level. The goal is to make it very clear to those that dare threaten the safety and security of the United States that I'm a badass. But my long-term goal is to be a black man with a black belt in a black house. This, my friends, I promise you will happen. Just vote for me come November. I will also appoint a new Speaker of the House, not a crybaby like Boehner, or one that I feel will not be taken seriously or pass any of my bills, but one I know will be heard loud and clear. And I think we all know there's only one man for the job, Chael Sonnen. However, my international dealings with Brazil will be kept way off his agenda. I'm no fool. Now, I also know gas prices and fuel economy are major concerns to most Americans. Recently, we won a huge victory when my administration finalized new fuel efficiency standards that will make things you enjoy seeing run longer, without gassing out. I call it the Phil Baroni Act. I mean, who doesn't want to see something badass keep on going for a while? Now, election time can be brutal for us candidates, but unlike MMA and politics, hitting below the belt is completely legal, encouraged, and a preferred way of incapacitating your opponent. And just like many of the mixed martial artists I know, I too find myself doing a lot of mitt work these days. Mitt work, that was a good one. Now, you see, my opponent likes to verbally grapple with me over issues like healthcare. And let me be clear, I feel every American should have healthcare. I also feel that every mixed martial artist should too. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, Dana White, Mr. President. What's the matter with you? Didn't you take socialism in college? I aced that class. Now, you may be wondering, Barack, why would you take shots at Dana White? Well, I'll tell you why. The economy is still hurting and waiting for a major comeback, just like Rampage Jackson. Jobs are growing, but we still need more. And quite honestly, in the off chance that Mitt Romney takes my job, you best believe I'm gunning for Dana's job. Now, I see the trend here, and I can't help but notice the diversity of races among the champions in the UFC. You got Henderson, Jones, Silva, they're all my brothers. Now, Dos Santos and Aldo are representing the Latino vote, I mean people. And you even have your one good white guy from Canada. Minorities are becoming the majority. Change has come to the UFC. God bless America. Now, let me be clear. I've fought long and hard for women's rights, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon. I would also incorporate women's MMA into the UFC pay-per-view schedule. Heck, I'd even move towards having female athletes battling male athletes inside the octagon. And I know I'd already have Chris Brown's vote. For years, same-sex combatants have been monopolizing this sport. It's been man versus man or woman versus woman. And we all know how conservatives feel about that whole same-sex thing. So in conclusion, folks, my message is quite clear. One way or another, I will continue to call myself the president, being it governing over the Pentagon or an octagon. Now, since way back in the day, it has always been a dream of mine to be the first black president of the UFC. And no offense to all of you who voted for me, but if Mitt takes my job come January, my campaign to take Dana's will be filled with a reinvented slogan, a creed that will be shouted from the lips of those begging for change from sea to shining sea. Hell yes, I can. Thank you. God bless you. And as El Guapo Baz Rutten would say, Godspeed and party on. And now, my fellow Americans, I present to you the MMA Top 10 Countdown Welterweight Division.
My name is Erin Gales, and this is the Top 10 Welterweight Division. Number 10 is Nate Marquardt. Number 9 is Rory McDonald. And number 8 is Josh Koscheck. And number 7 is John Fitch. And number 6 is Jake Ellenberger. And number 5 is Martin Kampmann. Number 4 is Nick Diaz. Number 3, Johnny Hendricks. And number 2, Carlos Condit. And at number 1, we have George Rush St. Pierre. I'm Erin Gales. Thank you for watching the Top 10 Welterweight Division.
Welcome back, folks, to My Combat Channel News. We kept our special guest here. Security around the building is crazy.
Yeah, well, you know, normally when I come to town, I shut it down.
You should feel secure next to me anyway.
I feel very secure next to you.
Just to get the roles clear, he is king of the armbar. I am slightly less ranked. I am king of the salad bar, with goals to aspire to more at some point.
That's better than being king of the Snickers bar. So, you know, you look pretty good. You do. And let me say that I've been a fan of yours for a long time. You know, back when I was in the Senate, we used to watch your fights, stay up drinking Jolt Cola and getting pretty crazy. So
Wow.
it's an honor to finally meet you.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
I actually have something here for you.
Oh.
And this is one of the highest medals that a civilian can get. I don't know if you can get a close-up of this, but you know, that's for you.
Oh, thank you. Can I change that for my citizenship?
Well, we're working on that, so you know, I'll have to get back to you.
Anyway, appreciate you come. I really appreciate you come to the My Combat Channel studio.
Yeah,
And
great
you
to
know,
be
I have some questions. I have some questions for you. This is beautiful.
That is.
Can't wait to show that when I get home.
There it is.
I see right there. There you go.
There you
it's
go. You got to have
24
some
karat
home
gold
shopping
plated.
club experience right there, holding that up.
So I like to see the scenario of you guys getting together on the White House to watch the fight. You guys do the big barbecue. You get everybody together.
We do it all. You know, we have the garden out there. We got a lot of fresh produce. Michelle's big on the whole let's move thing. And you know, we get all of our pay-per-view events free at the White House.
Really?
You don't pay for that?
No, I got a black box last time I
You
was out here
too?
in LA. You got one too?
Yeah, I got one too. That's the only way. That the price of the pay-per-view is too high.
Did you get it from Leon down on Wilshire? Oh, I mean,
We got that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
black boxes are amazing.
Yeah. So unless they're in airplanes, of course, and then it's terrifying. So you're a fight fan for a long time, I understand now.
Ron, let me tell you, you know, I've been a fan of the UFC for a long time. And we're talking back in the days when, you know, one fighter wouldn't even stay in his weight class. You'd have one guy going against different weights, would fight all night, and a lot of times, you know, that would end in a lot more injuries. So I'm glad to see that the sport's evolved, and I watch as many as I can.
Wow, very surprised. That's good. That's good to know. Like we have the support of the president.
Well, you know, I'm used to a good fight, and in politics, things get dirty real quick, and I appreciate, you know, what fighters do, and you know.
Are you just saying that because MMA got so huge that you're trying to get more votes?
Never a bad thing, right?
Well,
Never
it's
a bad
never
thing.
a bad thing right now because you know, there's no way we can move back. I got too much momentum going right now, and there's no way that a 60-year-old white man's going to beat a black
We got
man in
a
this
big
race.
crowd outside. I hope the security is up. You know, like these people trying to get into this building.
We're good.
We're okay.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, so what's next? What's next for you?
Well, you know, we're on our campaign tour right now, and we are fired up and ready to go. And you know, we're just looking for a good fight. These guys are pretty relentless in their attacks, and we have to come back harder than they are hitting. And I think that I'm going to be set for another term.
Do you wish, at this point, that you could settle there on the ring?
Of course, I would take Mitt in the octagon at any time. So Mitt, if you're watching, and I know you are, pick up the phone and give me a call.
That'd be a great pay-per-view. We maybe can promote that on the celebrity boxing.
Yeah,
It'd be great.
We can do it.
that would be a main event.
I'm down.
This would be an MMA fight. You do it in the octagon.
My Americana is sick. I'll tell you that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I
But
like
I don't
that.
stop. I won't feel this tap. I'll tell you right now.
What is your favorite fighting style that goes into mixed martial arts? Which one do you enjoy the most?
Well, you know, I have a lot of respect for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Appreciate that.
I like throwing kicks. I'm a kind of long and lanky guy, so you know, I'm also a fan of kickboxing. That's why I prefer mixed martial arts. Just the whole encompassment of all that.
Interesting. Is it something? Is it like a guilty pleasure in like the Senate or in Congress? Like, is that something like a lot of people like? But because of McCain's here, don't say anything. We like this stuff with McCain's here.
Well, unfortunately, McCain, I don't know if you saw in the debates last time, he doesn't have much of a reach.
No.
So, you know, he
Like a
tries
T-Rex.
to stay away from the... you said it, not me.
Yes.
But he tries to stay away from mixed martial arts. So there's some underground folks that get together. You know, we get a little loose, grab some beers, a couple pizzas, and, you know, hook up the black box and get down and dirty and watch some MMA.
Of everybody in politics, who would be the most surprising to people watching to know that they're into the sport?
Hillary Clinton.
Wow. See that?
But maybe that's not so
She's
surprising.
tough.
to some.
No.
So,
She's tough.
Hillary Clinton.
That'd be a great match.
She loves her some MMA.
If you could plug, let's say, Fabiano Iha into politics somewhere, what job do you give him in your administration?
Secretary of Defense, hands down, easy.
You guys
Because
heard
he's
that?
the guy who brought the fence. Right
You
here.
guys heard that?
Or you know, he could be the head of the Secret Service, as long as you stay away from the, you know, Colombian prostitutes. But I know you're a family man, so I don't think that would be an issue.
No, they're too expensive.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a hard economy sometimes, but you're working to fix it. How can mixed martial arts maybe help? How can it generate jobs and maybe do something for the economy? Is that possible?
Well, first, I think that, you know, it will still stimulate the healthcare because there are a lot of injuries that arise from mixed martial arts. Also, it will, you know, allow these personal trainers and people that surround the sport to keep generating jobs. Because now we're seeing fighters out there that are, you know, unlike any others we've ever seen. You know, you have your classics, Royce Gracie, and, you know, pioneers in the sport. But now you're seeing these guys out there, you know, Cain Velasquez, these just behemoths out there that can inflict so much damage that, you know, it's always interesting to watch, to see a good KO. I'm a big fan of submissions. And, yeah, I think that it would be great for the economy.
Well, if anything has been interesting to watch ever before on this show, it has been this episode. Mr. President, thanks you for being
thanks
here.
for
This
having
has
me
been a
here.
great show.
And
Thank you.
you have to promise us if you get re-elected, you're gonna come back here. You're not here just to get votes.
No, not at all. I can come back before the election. It's fine with me. Anytime you guys want me, I'm
And I
here.
want you after.
After you
to
get
make
back
sure,
We can do that too.
Make sure that is from your heart.
Let's do
Right.
it.
From our hearts,
And
we
I
thank
keep
you
that.
for watching the show.
Oh, I thank you guys. It was
An honor.
pleasure, an honor.
The pleasure was all mine. Thank you all very much.
And please don't forget about my citizenship.
I just have a couple parking tickets. We can talk about that after the show.
Yeah, no problem.
I got that too.